Come on in, my kings and queens, my beautiful royal angels, my gorgeous, gorgeous butterflies. Y'all come on in, hit the like and the share button for me, please. And over here on Facebook, y'all already know what to do. Run that stream up. Y'all have been doing exceptionally well. And I just want to thank you so much again. And over here, my royals, y'all do the same thing and make sure you say hello. How is everybody doing on this wonderful Wednesday? I hope everybody's doing good. Wait a minute. Clean my camera. Hey, in the know with the glow. How you doing, beautiful? Come on in, queens. Yeah, let me clean my cameras out. Hold up. Okay. How you doing, gorgeous? Mm, y'all, come on in here. Come on in here. Come on in to the Royal Palace. Y'all already know what time it is. Sip Sage and Manifest with Diamond Song. And why is it doing that? Hey, sweet tea. How you doing? Yes, you did finally catch me live, beautiful queen. Come on in. Hey, Jada 3. Hey, Darlene. Hey, Angela. Y'all come on in, my beautiful, beautiful ones. I'm good. Thanks for asking. Oh, yes, y'all come on in and chill with me. I see the streets kind of clear tonight. Y'all, this time, I got to get used to this time. This time messing me up. Hey, Sherry, I tried to contact you the other day. Inbox me on the time that you would like to come on and we can work it from there. Hey, my beautiful Robbie, how you doing? Hey, Shauna. Hey, Mary. Oh, look at y'all just coming in and showing me all this beautiful love. I love y'all so much. Y'all, this time has been messing me up, honey. Cause baby, I don't like it. It go by too fast. It seems like after 5 o'clock, you blink and it's 9 o'clock. I don't like that, y'all. I don't like it. How you doing, virtuous woman? Yes, y'all come on in. I don't like it, y'all. Y'all, how y'all feeling about this time when the time change? How y'all feeling about it? It's not working for me. It's not working for me. The days go by. I mean, we want the days to go by, but my goodness, I'm used to the weeks going by real fast. You blinking, it's the weekend again, which is a good thing, especially for those that work, because you be ready to go on, put your hours in, and get it over with. Hey, King Marcus, how you doing? How you doing? You like the long days? I like the long days better too, but this right here too short for me. I can't. I don't know how to cope with it, y'all. I'm not understanding. Can y'all make sure y'all hit the like button? If you hadn't hit the like button for me, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button for me, please, over there. Thank you. Hey, Sandra. Yes, and over here, y'all make sure y'all hit that like and the share button. Y'all have been doing so well and running this stream. Y'all have really been doing so well. I thank y'all. Hey, Lisa, pretty eyes brown. Okay, first on the table, and let me start off with we got several things we gonna try to cram in because I gotta go, take a hot shower and get me some rest because I be up early in the morning, so I'm gonna have to figure my new schedule out, y'all. So first things first. Let me speak on this first. Um, hey Sandra Duncan, how you doing, beautiful? Hey Deborah. Hey Neville, look at y'all. Look at y'all. Your sleep messed up. Mine too, Robert. Ooh, my sleep is all the way messed up, y'all. It's messed up, and that's not a good thing. Okay. So y'all know last weekend, last Saturday, for the ones that's been watching my videos that I had put up, and y'all probably didn't know what was going on or who the young lady was and all of that. Let me explain that to y'all first, and we're gonna talk about some more other stuff, okay? Because I want to talk about some more other stuff too. But I want to talk about this as well. Hey Terry, how you doing? You had knee surgery. Well, I hope you have a speedy recovery, Queen. The young lady name was Ajane Hill. She was only 14 years old, y'all. Hey Lawanda. She was only 14 years old. Okay. Matter of fact, she has a birthday coming up. She's a twin. She has a twin brother. Um, she was she was murdered at a birthday party that happened in Douglasville. At a birthday party, sweet 16 birthday party. The party was supposed to be for another young lady, one of their friends. Not only was it her, but it was a 15-year-old as well. The 15-year-old, it was a boy, and it was like six or seven other kids that was injured at this party. First and foremost, that should have never had happened. And I knew the little girl, um, and she's friends with one of my nieces, very good friends with one of my nieces. And y'all know my god sister Essie, honey. She be trying to help everybody. And she, she get touched by things like this as well as me, because I'm a grieving mother as well. So I know how that feels. And, I just wanted, I attended the funeral. Um, to try to, show my love, my condolences, and my support for the family as well, from one grieving mother to another. And I also met some other people that had lost family members that, found out who I was and was coming up to me and, just telling me their story, and they're still really going through it. People are really going through it. Um, I get a lot of things on my timeline, um, of mothers that have lost their children due to gun violence, which is so sad and it's heartbreaking. Because I tell y'all, I'll never be the same. I would never be the same, and I miss my son so much. Yes, Charlie's mate. The service was beautiful. We're gonna get on that in a second. I asked my husband. I asked him. I said, because some wonderful things have been happening for us. Okay, some doors have been opening, some wonderful things. God has just been truly blessing, and I'm just so grateful and so thankful for it. And I asked him, I said, "You happy?" And he said, "What you mean?" I said, "You happy?" Because I was just talking about all the good things that's been happening. He told me, he said, "I'll never be happy." That's what he said, y'all. He said, "I'll never be happy." He said, "My son gone. I don't have my son." He said, "But the other things, I'm okay." He said, "But truly happy, I would never be that." And I don't think no parent will ever be the same that has lost a child. You know, um, and we always look at things in that perspective of um you be angry, you go through a whole lot of different emotions, but there is other sides too. You know, I got the phone call today saying that they had three people in custody. Um one 18-year old, and then it was a set of twins, they were 17 years old for this incident. Um I just can't even imagine how their parents are feeling. I know their parents must be feeling some type of way too, because we raise our children to do what's right. But that don't always mean that they're gonna do that. You know, sometimes they they want to fall in behind other people. They want to be, with the in crowd, and they don't always. Our children don't always make the best decisions. Okay, um, that's unfortunate, and I feel for those that their mothers as well, because your child has done something just horrific, just unfathomable. So it's both families are going to be suffering, but even though we will never ever see our children again, they get to see their children, you know. So but nobody ever thinks about it on that end. What if the shoe was on the other foot as well? Not the kids don't even think about that. They don't think about the position that they're putting their family in, their friends in. They don't think about, as a mother, that's got to be devastating to the mom, knowing that your child has done something like that, because I know I would be devastated. Okay. um I don't know if the parents were, because it's so many things going around. Hey D, hey Dad, so many different stories going around. I don't know if the parents had something trying to help cover it up and not turn me myself. If that had been one of my children, I rocks with my children. But if I find out they have done something like that, you done took another life. Now you're going to be held accountable because you should have thought about that before you did it. Will it break my heart? Yes, it would break my heart. But I would have to understand just how the other family is feeling too. And that's not how I brought my child up. So I wouldn't uphold my child in nothing like that. I would turn my child in. No, you finna go turn yourself in. And now, if it was something else that went on, or you ain't had nothing to do with it, or whatever, you finna go down here and you finna tell these people what happened. That's what you finna do. I'm your mama. Don't lie to me. I got your back. I'll get you a lawyer, you know. But you need to think about this. What if it had been vice versa? So nobody ever looks at the whole thing, you know. So true, Diamond. People think that we as parents that have just chosen to senseless gun violence would never be the same. You know, when I had to go to my first court appearance for my son, I had to look at the killer. Okay. Um, it was probable cause. They had two hearings in one day, which was probable cause, and then after probable cause was bond hearing. Y'all, now I can't speak for the rest of my family, but I have to speak for myself. Okay, it took a lot in me because I can't let anger destroy me or dictate my life or hold me hostage. I can't do that. You know, I had to go to God and ask for God to put forgiveness in my heart for that person, because like I say, you never know what somebody is going through, what caused them to do that. You know, sometimes people, all kind of things, you know, people be just miserable with their life. Hey Sharon, how you doing? Miserable with their own life. Sometimes drug play factors, just different things, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes people pay folks to do stuff, and sometimes people would do some things for us, do some strange things for a piece of change. Okay, it happens. But I know that his family as well going through some things too, because now y'all gotta look at me. You got to go back and forth to court. But I had to ask God to put forgiveness in my heart, to forgive. Does that mean that I'm not angry? That don't mean that. Do that means that, you know, I think he should get a pass? No, I don't. I don't. Because when we won the probable cause, hey, keep on. How you doing? Hey, Mary. I'm like, my kids calls me the police. I'll call the police. Quick, don't play with me. Period. Point blank. My niece killed her, and my sister forgave her husband. But we haven't. Understandable, Mary. You know what I'm saying? And that takes time because everybody can't do that. And that takes time. Hey, good times. How you doing, beautiful? That takes time. You know, so when I won that part of probable cause, they had enough probable cause to, you know, charge him. So then it came to bond hearing. And they asked me, did I want to speak? I said, yeah. And I looked him dead in his face. I said, because what you did, you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to take him away from us like that. He has a little girl that cries for her daddy every day. You hurt so many people. You even hurt your own family by doing this. Now they got to be without you too, because you were behind these bars, these behind bars. But at least they can call you. At least they can talk to you. At least they can see you. We can't do that. We will never be able to do that again. He was only 23. My son was only 23 years old. You almost 40 some years old. You done lived your life, and how you chose to live it, that's on you. You chose to throw your life away. You didn't give my son a chance to do all the great things that God had instilled in him. You took that away from him, and that you didn't have authority to do that. So I said, I think you should not have no bond. You should not be walking around on these streets. And really, it's really for your safety. It's really for your safety. You don't need to be out. And that's just for your safety. For real. Because I don't have no say so of other people. My son was loved by so many people. You know what I'm saying? Those children, the just looking at the parents, the mom, the dads, that is so devastating. The friends, my niece back there just boo-hooing, just hurt, you know. Um, they just don't know the devastating impact that it has on so many people when you take matters in your own hands. It's not right, you know. And these kids are 17 and 18 years old. Now you looking at two murders and attempted ones with the rest of those kids. You that one incident that was probably about nothing and over nothing. You looking at a lifetime. You have just thrown away your whole life. And for what? Yes, you can, Tamoria. And for what? You know. And I'm so glad I got all of y'all here. And I want to, if you haven't, we got 44 people over here. Can y'all please hit that like button? Thank you so much. And over here, if you haven't done it, please hit the like and the share button. And I know we get engrossed in the conversation, but run that stream up, baby. Run it up. There y'all go. Thank you. Um, a lot of people were saying, do they think that the parents that threw the party should they be held accountable? Did your son deal with any drugs or in a gang, and why he shot him down? I'm sorry for your loss. Um, Doris, my son was getting ready. He had signed the contract to leave. He was getting ready to leave that Monday to go to Texas to record his album. My son was all about his music. My son's case is a little bit deeper. You know, it was more so about jealousy. Um, my son didn't have any enemies, baby. None. He didn't have no enemies. He wasn't a person out there just going to mess with nobody. He wasn't out there slinging no drugs. He wasn't doing none of that. He wasn't. So he was all about his music and taking care of his daughter and making something happen. And he wanted to buy his mama a house. He didn't want me to want for nothing. He didn't want his daddy to want for nothing. He didn't want his family to want for nothing. That man did that because of jealousy and some other things. You know, like I said, there's many reasons why people do things. Sometimes people get paid to do stuff. Okay. So you can just read between the lines. Um, Good time says, and they got him. I saw it on the news. I'm so disappointed in them. I am too. That mother who threw the party said she ended the party because they were smoking weed and the incident happened down the road. Right. Baby, let me tell you something. They were saying the mother. Now, sometimes people will say things just to, so they won't. My thing is this: if I threw a party, okay, you might throw a party. You might not have invited all them people. You might not have invited 100 people to the party. I don't know because I was not there. Okay, but you know how somebody invites you. You might get somebody. You invite somebody to a party. And they may bring three more people with them. However, it was 100 people. That's too many people to be at a party. That's number one. Then she said that the people were not at the party. That's a lie because they said those twins was at that party. Something happened, they left and they came back. My thing is this: be accountable. Don't try to pull yourself out of no trouble when it was a serious offense that happened when these two children lost their life and other children were injured, just so you won't have to catch no charges or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they didn't intend for anything to happen like that, but living in the day and time that we live in, they should have known that anything is possible and should have been ready for it. First of all, you know, you had them kids coming, you should have hired security. I'm not gonna have no house party. That's number one. My son better not ask me for no house party. Now, if y'all want to go to the skating rink, we can go. You want to go get a cabin with 10 friends, we can do that. An event center, but I'm gonna have security on deck if it's gonna be other than family, if it's gonna be friends, I'm gonna have some security, okay? Because when them folks drop their children off to me, I want to make sure the same way you dropped your children off is the same way you receive your children back to you. That way, that part, and definitely in that order. Am I right or wrong, y'all? Take accountability. They said when somebody was smoking weed, they put them out. No, you should have called the police, or you should have called those parents, those kids' parents, and say, hey, your children are here smoking weed. I'm gonna need for you to come and get them right now. And okay, since every day is spoiled for everybody else, I'm not gonna throw y'all out in the street. I need everybody to call their parents so they can come and get y'all. I'm gonna make sure all those kids were safe. Hey, pretty lady TT, good time. Say okay, exactly. Exactly. So no, it wasn't about nobody down no road, no ma'am. That is not what happened. Because if that's the case, them twins was at that party. The twins was at that party. People was talking. You know them kids gonna talk. And at first it started off with a $20,000 reward. They took the reward up to $40,000. You know somebody finna tell it. And it shouldn't have been about the money for you to tell it. You should have wanted to tell it to do the right thing, because it could have been your family member. It could have been somebody that was close to you, and you want somebody to tell it. I didn't feel better till I knew that my son's murderer was in jail. It didn't heal everything. It didn't stop my grieving, but at least they got him, and so we on to something now. We going somewhere. You just heard her tell it to the news. It's so many different stories, Um, where and how did they get the gun? Robert, from my understanding, that the incident happened at the party, and those they left and they came back. Whoever they had an altercation with, and this is just what I heard, not concrete, okay? It's not concrete. This is what I heard happen. I'm not sure, okay? So that we gonna put that right there for legal reasons. That they left, and whoever they came back, and the person that they was trying to get, they ain't even get them. It always happened like that. It's always the innocent bystander, innocent people that get hurt. When you trying to get, you see all these people out here. Why in the world would you start shooting, trying to get whoever it is you was trying to get? You could have caught them on the side road or something. And why did it have to be about a gun? Y'all don't know how to duke it out. Now, one thing about my son, before my son would pull a weapon out, he would use his hands first. And anybody that knew my son, they're gonna tell you the same thing. He was not no punk, period. He was a real man. And he wasn't finna run away from them. I used to tell him, honey, child, it's okay to walk away so you can return another day. You use common sense. If you outnumbered, then you act like you better know you outnumbered and say, hey, okay, you got this one. Walk away. It ain't that serious. It's not that deep. You ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. That don't make you less of a man by walking away. I tell my other son and my youngest son all the time too. I said, let me tell you something, son. People can talk about you all they want to, long as they don't put their hands on you. It's a difference. They talked about Jesus. I said, you see how I've been talked about? I said, do you see me, your mama acting a fool? He said, no, ma'am. Okay, then. Let them talk. It's okay to let people just stand there and look foolish and talk to themselves. You don't have to entertain it. Walk away from it. A lot of things can be avoided, but these kids so bent on proving a point, or they got to look bad, or they got to appear a certain way in these streets. They trying to impress people in these streets. You know, it's not that serious. So, but my question to y'all is, okay, do y'all think that the parents that held the party, do y'all think that they should be held accountable for something, or just your opinion? Just your opinion, held accountable for something, whether it was some kind of ordinance, failing to comply with an ordinance law because there was too many people at that party. Okay. Hey, Chandra, how you doing, baby? Too many people at that party. Okay. Um, you was the one through the party. You should have had security. Hey, Zara, how you doing, beautiful? security. You should have had some other things implemented in place. So what do y'all think? I want to hear y'all comments. Type them in. Talk to me. If you want to come on, I can bring you on. I ain't got the thing set up over here to bring y'all in. But I'm gonna start back doing that too. But so we can talk. But you can still type it in. So hey Gladys, how you doing? So what do y'all think? Do you think that the people that threw the party, do you think that they should be held accountable? Well, congratulations, Zara. I'm getting ready to go back to school too, Zara. Yes, they should be accountable too. As my kids needed security. Yes. Okay, somebody catch pretty lady TT up. Absolutely. Heck, in California, they will hold parents accountable when kid misses too many days of school. So true. They will knock on your door, baby. They will put you in jail. That your child missed too many days of school. They come to get you. And like I say, we can't control everything that our children do as parents. And we can get them the best upbringing, the best of everything. But they still, at the end of the day, they're gonna still do some things because we did some things. We ain't always do what our parents told us to do. And these children of today don't act like they realize the seriousness of the consequences that comes behind their actions. Lisa says, yes, they should be held accountable. Robert said, yes, not enough parents. They're putting an end to it before it started. Exactly. Yes, because they should have made sure that they were invited. I agree, Sherry. Absolutely. They also went to say the parents said that they were checking book bags, but that's not enough. That's not enough. You should have had, if you was gonna put them kids outside, you should have had security and you should have had enough people out there with them, adults out there with them. And if you knew you put somebody out, nowadays, and you put them children out, especially if they were smoking weed, they got small little mouths and stuff like that. You should have made sure that their parents came and picked them up first. Look, your child here smoking weed. Come and get your children. Cause then you need to put everybody else in danger now. Everybody else in danger now. We just gotta think. If you plan, okay, Good Time says, if you plan on having parties with minors before these kids come to your home, meet the parents and gather numbers in case of emergencies. Good Times, that's a great idea. I totally agree with you on that. Shonda said, I'm good. I didn't let my kids go to house parties. I don't trust most adults. Shonda, I'm with you. My son don't not to ask me, can he go to nobody's house party? That's not happening. That's not happening. Matter of fact, I don't let them go to none of the parties. They throw parties in the city all the time. No, you cannot go. You cannot go. And it might sound mean. He might think that we're being too strict. Honey, I lost one child. I'm not trying to lose now another one. Okay? I'm not trying to do that. Doris says, most of the time people can sense their death a week or two, maybe a month before it happens. They'll text strange messages. Okay, why would they have a book bags at a party in the first place? Sherry, I totally agree. I believe they do the same thing in Georgia. At least they did when I lived in Georgia. They do. They should have stopped the party when the crowd got too big. If you knew exactly my point too, they should have never let that party got that big. And I'm gonna answer that question too about that. What you just asked me about. You believe people sometimes they know like a week or two in advance that people can fear their deaths. I'm gonna talk to y'all about that too, because I truly believe that it's willing and the gift that I have is crazy. But I can, if a certain person is around me and it is about to happen to them, I can see it. I saw it on my own child. Um, Also have more help for the party. Great point, Good Times. Girl, my kids stay home, period. Mine do too. And my mama, sometimes she be fussed because she say all he do is be in his room playing his game. I said, well, we glad he in his room playing his game. Okay, he ain't out there in the streets getting in no trouble. He ain't running the streets here and there with every, getting into stuff. He ain't doing none of that because my mama don't play that. She better let him walk to his barber to go get a haircut. And I be saying, I'm gonna pick you up. He be like, I can walk. Mama like, no, you can't, honey. No, you can't. Because when I'm in town, I try to do as much with him as I can. Y'all spend some time with these children. Start taking these children and doing things with them as a family. It is never too late. When them children turn teenage, they'll be wanting to do a lot of stuff because that's when they start smelling their tails and they start getting with the wrong crowds. You got to check who your children with, and you just got to be, and you got to stay prayed up. You can't never stop praying for them children. You can't never stop doing it. They know they are not going anywhere, such as that. When we saw that arrest on today, my 20-year-old was watching it with me, and I told him, "You see why I don't let y'all go anywhere like that?" Exactly. Awesome, Zara. Congratulations on you passing both of your exams. Let me see what y'all got. What we're saying over here. If they were checking backpacks, how did the weed get in? Robbie, great point. Great point, Robbie. If y'all was checking backpacks, then later on y'all smell weed. How did they get weed? How? I mean, I just want to know. Hey, Money Talk with Mika, how you doing, beautiful? So can somebody explain that to me? If y'all they told them they was checking backpacks as a children enter. First of all, you shouldn't be coming with no backpack. That would have been understood. That would have been another rule right there. No backpacks, no purses. Okay. So if y'all was checking backpacks, how did they get in with weed? If y'all was checking, you said y'all had you said your husband was checking everybody. And I'm not putting no blame on these parents. Don't get it wrong, because I mean, I'm pretty sure they're good people. I just think that they made a bad decision. And we don't always make the best decisions. I don't always make the best decisions. I'm 52 and I'm still learning. Sometimes some people have to, that's why you have to keep, real solid people around you. So when you slip and they can say, hey, I don't think that's wise choice. I don't think you need to do that. Keep somebody around you that's going to stay on point and just going to tell you the truth, to catch you when you slipping. Right or wrong, y'all. And back to that, y'all. My son had this look on his face, and he would always talk about this, and he had a look that was so heartbreaking on his face to me. He did, and it broke my heart. And I was like, something ain't right. I saw it. Even with his best friend that passed away, he was in a car accident. I passed by the room, and I went back and I said, Patrick, you okay, baby? He said, yes, ma'am, I'm fine. So I started going back down my hall. When I turned back around, I said, no, you ain't okay. I said, who bothering you? He said, nobody. He had this smile on his face. He said, nobody. But I didn't like what I saw. I can always see it. When he left my house, he was in a bad car accident. Him, his mom, and his other brother, but he was ejected from the car. That was my son's best friend. They have the same birthday and everything. Um, and that broke my heart because that was one of my babies. Y'all know I told y'all I got a lot of children. I ain't give birth to them, but they mine. Oh, let me see. Lisa says, pray for my city. Please, definitely. Anita says, that way, that part is definitely in that order. I'm a parent. I didn't come with an instruction manual. None of us did. Heck, it took some of us to get older before we can even get it right. I think we do better with the grandchildren than we did with our own kids, because a lot of us was young when we was having children, and there is no manual. You're not going to always make the best decisions or the best choices. You can only do what you know how to do and what you was taught to do. You know. There was a time I had to go to my kids, and because I thought I had to be tough and strict and all this, but I always had a relationship with my kids where they could talk to me about anything. I don't care whether it was good, bad, or ugly. And I would always tell them, if you done did something, don't ever lie to me. I don't care if you lie to anybody else, but don't you lie to me. You better tell me the truth, because if you don't tell me the truth and have me out here looking stupid, I can't help you. I'm not gonna embarrass you in front of nobody, but I'm gonna get you behind. I'm gonna get you home, and we gonna talk about it because my kids knew that I did not agree with no foolishness. If you did something wrong, and I ask you, and you tell me, I say, hey, that wasn't the correct thing to do. So now we finna fix this because that's not how I'm bringing you up. That's not what I taught you. That's not what I instilled in you. Empress do have high vibration and discernment. Oh, Empress do have happened before. Yes, I did, and baby, I'm telling y'all, honey, I got visitors before it happened too. You know, and I could see it all over my baby. I could see it, y'all, and I was like, you know what, I gotta. The first time when my son got stabbed, I saw that coming. I kept having this dream, waking up, and I was just, oh, it messed with me so bad, y'all. And I just went to praying. And I would anoint my child. He ain't even know I was anointing him, honey. So when that incident happened, God spared my baby then. Because I said, God, don't do this. Because if you take my baby right now, I ain't gonna be able to handle it. I'm not gonna make it through this. But my son always would say, I'm not gonna be here too long, mama. I need for you to take care of my daughter. I want her with you. This is something I used to tell him, stop saying that. I don't want to hear that. Before it even happened, he told me if something happened to me, mama, such and such and such did this to me. This is what he told me, y'all. Matter of fact, he told me that like 2, 3 days before it happened. And I was like, what's going on with you? Why are you looking like that? And they do things out of the ordinary. Like, you know, I got back home. The kids hadn't been, him and my older son, they had went to Waffle House. They brought me some food back. He said, I'm spending the night with you, mama. Both of my babies got in the bed with their mama. And I hadn't experienced them, sometimes when they sick or something, they'll get up on me. But this was different. And he got in the middle. He was right up under me. And it reminded me of when they were babies or little bitty kids. And it felt so good, y'all. I did not want to move. Matter of fact, the moment was so beautiful and so precious. I was going to take a picture, but I didn't. I just didn't want to. You know how you don't want to disturb something? You just want to keep it right there. You just want to keep it untarnished. You know what I mean? But I'll never forget that. And it was this look. It's this look. I can't explain that look, but it was heartbreaking to me when I saw that all over my baby's face. I saw that look. But God had already shown it to me. I knew where it was, when it was going, where it was going to happen. That God just showed me. Then the way my spirit was just, I jumped up in the middle of the night, like, you know, something ain't right. And I called my cousin and she said, I'm up too. You see what I'm saying? So, um, same thing with my brother, you know, even though nobody took his life, he had complications from his car accident. You know what I'm saying? But he had already made up his mind that he didn't want to be here no more. Because he said, sis, I changed my mind. I'm going up north. I was like, you're gonna be too far away from me. And everybody know me and my brother like this. And when we was talking, I said, you're trying to leave me. I don't want to talk to you more. I said, you're trying to leave me. And it was like he was trying to give me so many instructions on what to do, what to remember. And I was like, why is he doing this? But yes, I do believe that they know. I do believe that they know. And I believe that they can't tell us that, they reach out. My auntie did the same thing. My auntie talked to everybody. She called my mama like an hour before they called and said she had passed away. They make phone calls. They say what they gotta say. I truly believe that. Yeah. But I am glad that they do have somebody, but they said it was gonna be making more arrests. So I don't know. But I'm praying for both families, because this is very sad because we're talking about young children, you know, that have thrown their life away. And for what? We're talking about the babies that are gone now, and their moms and dads would never ever see them again. It was so sad and heartbreaking when I went to that funeral. But I commend the mother. She showed a lot of strength, but there was times when she just, I just felt her pain, y'all. I felt it. I felt everything. I felt it all. And but they put her away very beautifully. It was so beautiful, y'all. It was very, very beautiful. And it was heartbreaking at the same time. Oh, I know what I want to tell y'all. Hold up. Y'all wait 1 second. Let me put this right here. Wait 1 second, y'all. Hold up. I know what I want to tell y'all. Wait a minute. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Oh, okay. Okay, let me see what I missed. Neville says, yes, Miss Diamond, like your son, the last I see him, he was so happy. And we spoke very briefly, though. You know what I mean? Jada 3 says, every time you speak about your son in this manner, it breaks my heart for you. Yeah, y'all. It's coming close to his 2-year anniversary, you know. But hey, Catherine, I'm not grieving alone. You know, his dad is with me. We grieve together. And that's the best strength that I can have because he understands. He ain't got to question my mood swings. I don't have to question him. I know when he's, just need a moment. You know, it's not about, oh, you ain't doing this or that. It ain't about that because I'm grieving. I'm probably grieving for the rest of my life. I'll never be the same, you know. But a lot of the times when people do that, they take away, the other people. Sometimes when people ain't got nothing else going in their life, like the man that took my son's life, you know, got nothing to look forward to, a person that don't have nothing to lose. They ain't got nothing to lose. They'll make you lose everything you got. My son had plans. He was on his way. I wish he had left way ahead of time. He had finally got something that he really wanted to do and finally got a major deal. But all that was, stepped out, snuffed out. And it's not fair to his daughter. My heart breaks for her more so than anything. Go, Day Day. Will you just watch the go back and do a rewatch, baby? I don't know why you confused. Why you confused about the stream, sweetheart? I'm sorry if I'm being a little rude. I'm just confused. It's okay. Somebody catch Gold up. Gold Day Day up. Gold Day up on what's going on. Neville says yes, big plans. He did. And my baby got some awesome music. He was an awesome writer. Always have been that way ever since he was a little kid. He used to write for his older brother. They would go get him and say, "Come on." Always full of life. My son had the most beautiful smile ever. He made an impact on the young children, the middle school children, the elementary children, the high school kids. He would tell them, now you these streets ain't what time it is. You know, people that might have been going through something. My son would go and check on these people, say, I didn't have no messed up son. No, and he was not disrespectful. Anybody that knew my son would tell you that he was very manable and very respectful. Very. And prime example of snuffing out these their dreams and their hopes, and you just stop somebody that got something, that wanted to be something in life and wanted to give to others. Let me tell you what I mean by that. This is, yes, definitely impact on his community. Everyone love him. Y'all hear that? Say it again, Nevels, because Nevels knew my baby. My son was definitely had a positive impact on the community. Everyone loved my son. I promise you, if you go to the neighborhood and you see them children walking around there, look on their neck. Look on their neck. Y'all gonna see the cards that I had made with my son on there. They gonna be, they'll have his son. They carry my son around everywhere they go. They talk about my son. Do you hear me? We talking about young children. He had a positive impact, nothing negative. Never said everyone loved him. Everybody did love him. I'd be getting my nails done, and I was talking, and I'd be like, okay, I gotta hurry up and get out of here because it's too close, and I'm feeling some type of way. And then when they be talking to me, they say, "Oh, that was your son. I knew him. He was an awesome guy." Men walk up to me, grown men, and start crying because they said it shouldn't have never happened to him. He was a great guy, awesome young man. You raised him right. You guys, this live has been so powerful. Run up the hearts and likes for our queen. Thank you so much, Robbie. So I wanted to share this with y'all. This is Ajane Hill. This is the young lady that was her life was taken. These are pictures of her when she was younger. She has a twin brother, and she, have siblings. Talk about him every day or every other day. I love him. Great young man. Everybody does. And my son wouldn't hesitate to step in and help somebody. He wouldn't hesitate to step in to protect somebody. He ain't play that. You know, this young lady right here, let me tell y'all what I mean. Okay, let me get to the point of what she wanted to do. She is beautiful, beautiful. Um, Let me start here. In 2015, Nene moved to Douglasville, Georgia, with her mother and siblings. She embraced Georgia as her new home and became an important part of the extended family that loved her so much. This girl brought the city out. It was so many people there. This girl was loved by so many people. Full of life. She was such an outstanding young lady. She loved to have fun. Full of life is an understatement when it came to her. Um, She had many hobbies such as taking selfies, cheering for her brother at sporting games, helping her mother cook, and catering events, celebratory occasions, and spending time with her friends and siblings. She also loved spending quality time with her mother. They enjoyed many favorite activities together, of which her mother will miss. And matter of fact, she had been with her mom all day long. Okay, she was calling her mom. She was FaceTiming her mom when this happened to her. Can y'all even imagine just being on the phone with your child? Um, Let me show y'all what I wanted y'all to hear though. Nene attended Douglas County High School. She had her future mapped out. Now she was only 14, y'all. Her birthday is next month on the 1st, where she would have turned 15. Her goal was to advocate for injustices that happened to African Americans, particularly Black men. Nene wanted to help people that were less fortunate and or put in unfortunate circumstances where they could not afford proper legal consultation. She had a natural passion to reduce systematic racism. Y'all see what I mean? She had a goal. She wanted to do something. She wanted to give to the community to help others that was less fortunate. Y'all see what I mean by that? The other young man that was he was 15. He was a straight A student, y'all. Very smart, very manable young man. We got to do better. We supposed to be setting examples, but I tell y'all this all the time. We doing a horrible job at it. We go back and I wish we didn't go back and forth on the social media, grown women and men being messy, keeping up confusion and chaos. Why we just can't all get along? If we don't like each other, then stay in your corner and I'm gonna stay in mine. It's so simple. It's just that easy. Why we can't come together and be have a positive impact on the community? Farrah says, "Why did the family have such a big party at their home?" It was a sweet 16 birthday party. It was their daughter's sweet 16 birthday party. But why that event was so big, I don't want that many people in my house. I don't care who you is. You can be my family members. We gonna run the events. You all y'all ain't coming to my house. I don't even want all them energies in my house. Y'all, yeah, you understand? I just don't. But you see, this young lady, she had a beautiful soul, a beautiful spirit. But sometimes God just need His children. Just need His children because this world is so wicked and they ain't ready. You don't even want you suffering down here with these crazy people. Jada 3 says that way, that part, and definitely in that order. Y'all know what I mean? And it's sad, y'all. These children's lives are cut down. These are children that had big hopes, big dreams. Look at my son getting ready to go. Somebody jealous of that. Didn't want to see him succeed. You can have it can be your own family members, okay? People will pretend like they want to see you succeed. As long as you're doing bad, they all in your face and got all the advice for you. Let you start doing good. Oh, now you think you too good, or you living above your means and all this. Stop letting folks speak that negativity in your life. I don't care whatever it is that you want to do that makes you happy. Go and do it. You ain't here to please nobody. Please yourself first. If it makes you happy, because you don't know when it's gonna be your last day. I don't know when it's gonna be mine. If I want to live in a 7 bedroom house, I'm gonna do it. I'm going to enjoy whatever it is that I want to enjoy as long as God allowed me to and He blessed me with it. That way, that part, and definitely in that order. Love on y'all children. You got these parents that be putting these men before their kids. You got men putting these women before their children and mistreating the children. That's some nonsense. I'm not putting nobody before my children. Period. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna love on mine because one thing about it, that you might not like everything your children do. You might not always get along, but that's something that you birthed into this world. They're gonna love you regardless, unconditionally. Thank you, Gladys. Unconditionally. They gonna be there when the men gone, or that child gonna be there when that woman gone. I done seen so many stories where the biological father then watched the stepmama abuse his own child. Ain't no, you ain't been to touch. Don't touch mine. I got that. I mean, I was dating this guy one time, and he thought he was gonna whoop my child. No, 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 you're not gonna whoop them. They got a daddy. If they get out of hand, I know how to call their daddy, but don't put your hand on my child. I'm not gonna touch yours. I'm not gonna chastise yours because you're not their father. Okay. I'm not your children's mother. I'm not gonna touch your children, and you not gonna touch mine. Now if you want to help, you got to make that his mind is on right, and he want to help you raise your children as something different. Because y'all know Dr. Lee. Dr. Lee helped me with Bama, because his daddy, Bama daddy, was in Birmingham. But he knew the boundaries with that too. Don't play with me when it comes to my children. I don't play by them. You want to get them some good advice or to teach them about life and some morals. That's something different. But don't put your hand on my child. I'll do that. Don't put your hand on my child. And we gotta do better. You can't be leaving your children with everybody. Stop leaving y'all kids with everybody, thinking everybody okay. They not. Farrah says, okay. Oh, I see that every day as a social worker. I had many cases where the mom chooses a man and we have to take the kids. They do. I don't understand it. I better love on y'all children. Y'all see, I have my granddaughter all the time. All the time. I got my grandbaby with me. Her daddy might not be him, but I'm here. Her granddaddy here. And she love us, baby. Now I let her go stay with her mama for baby a week or two, but then we going back together. I got her. I raised her. Now never take her mom out the equation because you gave birth to her, but right now you need a little help. I got her. This is my grandbaby. When I look at my grandbaby is every spit of her daddy. She looks like his doggone twin and act like him too. And y'all, I know I had a little spoil, but her granddaddy got her right. Oh goodness. She got him twisted around her finger, honey. If she say jump, he say ha ha. But that's just that love. That's that grandmotherly love. The grandparents' love. Like I say, we didn't know everything when we had our kids. It's a learning experience. We live and we learn. We get older and we get wiser. Yes. So whatever mistakes you might have made with your children, God giving you another chance. If you got grandbabies, you can make that up with them grandbabies. And you can try to tell their parents, no, that's not what you don't need to do that. You got to do better. Because when I went to work, I wasn't doing it for me. I was doing it for my kids because I wanted my children to have everything that they needed and not want for nothing. And not have to ask nobody nothing. Jada 3 said those grandkids hit different. I don't know about y'all, but they sure do for me. My grandbabies hit real different. Me, it's a whole nother kind of love. And I don't play about them. I don't play with their parents. I don't play with Kayla mama. She know. Don't play with me. But then the parents have to understand too that we are grandparents and we do the things because we love our children and because we love our grandbabies, but we're not obligated. Don't take advantage of it. If you got some grandparents and they going above and beyond to help you with your children, then you need to take in consideration and respect them. And if they need you to do something, you need to run circles doing it. They shouldn't have to. You should make it as easy as you can if they helping you. And I know I go all out my way about my grandbaby. And all I do, I say, get yourself together, honey. She good over here. Can someone please share some grandkids? Robbie, you gonna get you some grandbabies, girl? I have 3 grandsons and 1 granddaughter. She the only girl. But now my godchildren, I got some more babies. I got more grandbabies. I got more children and more babies, and I love them. I've just been blessed in my life. LaRonda said, "This is the best live." Oh, thank you. Are y'all in enjoying the live so far? It's definitely a different kind of love. I have 5 grands and I love it. Give the shirt off my back. Okay, we gonna do whatever we gotta do. Y'all should see my oldest grandson. He's so handsome and he's so smart. He's so smart. Kayla just the only boy. I mean the only girl. But she don't play with them boys, but they love her. They give her leeway. They just let her do whatever she want to do. My mom asks me for grandkids every other day. I told my son was always saying he wasn't gonna have no children. He didn't want no kids or whatever. And I said, I knew he was gonna give me the girl. And I told him, I said, honey, you got to give me 1 grandbaby. What is you waiting on? And even though 23 is still a young age, I don't know. I just knew I needed the grandbaby, and I knew he didn't need to be waiting to give me no grandbaby. And he gave that grandbaby to me before he left this world. And I thank God that he blessed me with a part of my son. I have that. I might not have my son, but I got him all day long because she is every spit of him. I love tonight's live. It's been awesome. Oh, thank you, Robbie. I appreciate that. Over here, y'all been enjoying the live so far? I be wanting to come and talk about things like that. We just got to do better. We got to stop selling out, y'all. We got to, because if we are not, how can we be the example if we are not being the example? If that's making any sense. Hey, Lori, how can we tell these children how they need to be if we are not setting the example ourselves? If we are not doing what we say? You just can't talk that talk. You got to be able to walk that walk as well. It's one thing to say something, but to actually do it, that's what counts. And we gotta look at what we're doing. It's not that serious to be doing all this old crazy stuff and just dogging our sisters and brothers out for a few coins. It's not worth it. Put all your real talent to work. All of us are so talented. We have some very talented influencers. Some that make us laugh and just, very talented influencers. Got great content. Put that content, put the real content out there. Real life stories. Things that really, really happen, it ain't got to always be peaches and cream because life is not always peaches and cream. My household ain't always peaches and cream, y'all. It's not. No household is. Show the good with the bad. This is real life. This is what goes on. My son was so happy. I wish y'all would have seen it all, honey. Cause baby, my son used to aggravate me on purpose, and I would go in. I would say, you know what? You can get that energy on away from here. You need to leave my house. He would come and say, Mom, I made some shrimp Alfredo. You want some? Come taste something. I'm gonna make you a plate. Like you ain't just made me mad on purpose. But he just would do it to see me go in from 0 to 100. But there was nothing I wouldn't do for my son. And I know my son loved me. All three of them do. All of them do. Even the ones I didn't give birth to. So y'all, let's try to see what we can do. If whatever it is that you can do that's going to be make a positive impact on the community. Because so many of these kids need help. So many of these kids need love. So many of these kids need somebody that understands them. We got to stop always throwing up in their face what we done did for them and feel like they owe us. It's about listening to them too. My children had to teach me that, Mama, you need to learn to listen to us. You got to start believing what we say and just learn to listen to us when we trying to tell you something. And I had to work on that because I had a problem with certain things. But that's come from that trauma that I had to deal with in my childhood. Okay. I had to heal and let that go and listen to my kids trying to express themselves and listen. Let them express themselves. It's not they always trying to tell bad parent. They expressing themselves, but we got this wall. So whatever the least little thing that they say that we don't like, we think that we take it to a whole nother level because we think that we are being attacked. They're not attacking you. They're just telling you how they feel. And then that's when you should say, you know what, son, I understand. Daughter, I understand what you're saying. I'm gonna try to work on it. I'm gonna try to do better. But this all I'm saying to you, I love you. I might show it in a different kind of manner, or I don't really know how to show love, but don't think that I don't love you. Be real with your kids. I went through a whole lot of things, and my mental state is not all the way there. It's a lot of things I don't know how to do. I don't know how to open up. I can only open up this wide. I don't know how to, you know, be vulnerable to you. I don't know how to do that. Be honest with your kids. Kids. Cherry says, enjoying all the positive information. Oh, thank you. You know what I'm saying? I had to let them kids tell you what they done been through or how you made them feel. You sometimes you got to sit there and listen to it, and it's not gonna always be pleasant. It will make you cry. It ain't gonna always be pleasant, but guess what? Change is unpleasant. But how can you get better if hold up, y'all? Where's my Mars at? Where my Mars at? Because I don't know who Jay is, but Jay, you doing too much. We don't need your nuts and balls, baby. So guess what? We gonna do. I'm just gonna go on and get you up out of here. How about that? How about that? There you go. We're gonna do that right there. Our kids definitely teach us how to become better parents. They do. They do. But you gotta learn to listen to them. My kids used to think I would take everybody else side. No, I'm not taking everybody else side. I'm listening to what you're saying, but son, what I'm telling you is you wrong in certain ways to handle situations. Don't mean I don't love you because I do. I'm not gonna agree with you if you are wrong, just like you ain't gonna agree with me when I'm wrong. Y'all keep them hearts and stuff going up. My kids, when they quick to call me out, they quick to tell me I'm wrong. They quick to tell me, "Oh, mama, you slacking." They quick to tell me, "Mama, I don't like this person right here. What are you going through? What's going on with you, mama? You need to get your stuff together." My kids they speak their mind because I allowed them to. But I said, "Don't be disrespectful." Hey, Anel, how you doing? You know. But listen, Like I said, it might some things that they tell you, some things they gonna tell you some things that they didn't been through and you had no idea. Sometimes the children be feeling like don't nobody love them, don't nobody care. Sometimes kids go through depression, but you won't know that if you always screaming and hollering and you don't want to listen because you feel like you the adult and you run things. They got feelings too. Listen, so y'all can come to a compromise. You can work with, don't work with the kids, don't work against them. You don't want them working against you. You want them to work with you too, because you'll be surprised of the thing, of the growth, of how much more growth that you need yourself. Like I said, nobody is perfect. God did not create us to be perfect. Nobody is. But you can't make no changes if you're not willing to accept the truth. And sometimes the truth is not always pretty. It's not always pretty. And with that being said, I love y'all so much. And I just want to thank each and every one of you all for joining me on tonight. And I hope y'all join me for the rest of the week too. Because and you know, whatever y'all want to talk about, throw some topics and we could talk about anything. We could talk about what's going on these social media streets. Um, we could talk about everyday issues. We can talk about past hood trauma. Whatever y'all want to talk about, let me know. And we're gonna get right on off into that. Okay. Hey, Yolanda, that's what we're going to do. And I just want to thank each and every one of you all again. And thank y'all for hitting that like button for me. Thank y'all for sharing. Thank y'all for taking time out to listen to me and to join me on this live. And thank y'all for giving me y'all input. Thank you for just, conversing with me so I can get an understanding as well. Because, like I say, I'm not always right. Your opinion matters. But your thoughts count as well. Don't No two people are going to think the same. We don't all have the same thoughts. We don't all. Some of us operate different. You know, I might tie my shoes one way, and you might tie your shoes another way. But guess what? We can both learn from that. Don't mean that you tying your shoes wrong. Don't mean I'm tying my shoes wrong just because I do it a little bit different than you. I, we both know how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I might want to put my jelly on my bread first and then my peanut butter. You might want to put your peanut butter on there first and then your jelly. Don't mean that we wrong. We just do things a little bit differently. That's all. Never said experience is something, but understand it is something else. It go hand in hand. Oh, you love my pen? I'm gonna give some of these away. I gotta go see if they got some more. So, I have been giving out cash apps and stuff, but I got some more things I'm gonna be giving out. And some of these pens gonna be there too. And just trying to give back when I can, and to make things fun and interesting. We're gonna be playing some games. Like whatever I talk about, I might ask y'all a question. Remember what I talked about, and you have a chance to win some stuff. So we're gonna be doing some different things. I'm just trying to take it to a whole nother level. I'm feeling better. I'm a little stronger than I was last year. I'm still grieving. I'll always be grieving. That right there is never gonna change. But every day gets I get stronger because there are so many people that need me that's grieving, that's going through the same thing I'm going through. And if I can help them in any kind of way, that's what I want to do. I want to be able to give back to my community, to the world in a positive way. That's what I have to offer. That's my purpose in life. I love y'all. Good night.